We are going to discuss code forces round 744, problem F array stabilization, and this is the end version of that problem. So it says that you are given an array of zeros and ones only. Note that in this problem, unlike the other, the array indexes are numbered from 0, not from 1. So it says that we have indexes starting from 0. In one step, the array A is replaced by another array of length n according to the following rules. So the first rule says that we have to take the array and do cyclic shift in which all the elements of the array A are shifted right by D cells. Okay, the elements of this array can be defined as A arrow D, ith indexes A of I plus n minus D mod n. So what it says that suppose we have element number 1, this is element number 1, because this is element number 0, we have 0 indexing here. So this is element number 1, and what will be its new position if we do cyclic shift by 1. So its new position will be 1, that is I plus n is 6 here because we have 6 elements, and then minus 1, and we have to take mod of this with 6. So the new position will become 0, means this element will be shifted with one step towards its left. And similarly, if you will apply a formula for all these indexes, you will find that all these numbers will be shifted by 1 to their left. And if if you take d equals to 2, then you will find that all the elements will be shifted by 2 to their left. So the element which is just right to the to any position, that will remain the same because this one will come here and this one will come here. So these both elements will remain adjacent. But what will happen that the first index will change. Like here the first index is 1, and if you take a cyclic shift of 1, then this 0 will come here. Or if we take cyclic shift of 2, then this one will come here. So the array will start with a different index, and we have the new array with some element shifted towards their left. So after that, second operation is that you have to take the AND operation with the new array and the previous array. So suppose in this array, let me clear this out. We do cyclic shift of 2. So the new position will be this one will come here, this one will come here, this 0 will come next, then this one will come next, then this one will come, and then this 0 will come because it will shift to 2 step towards its left. So 1 step it will come here, and in 2 step it will come at the last. So this will be our new array after doing cyclic rotation. So what it says that after rotating, we have to take end of the new array with the previous array elements. So there are simple rules of end that 0 and 0 is 0. It will form 0. 1 and 1 is 1, and 1 and 0 is 0. So I hope you know them, and if you don't, then now remember that these are the rules of AND. Now what will happen? Then after the for completing the first operation, we will take AND of these indexes. That 1 and 1 is 1, 1 and 0 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, 1 and 1 0 is 0, and 1 and 0 is again 0. So what happened here that some of the elements gets changed, and you will notice that we are getting 0 when 1 and 0 are 0. So let's complete the question. It says that, so it basically defines that what is right shift, and then taking the end, that explaining these rules. And then it says the process ends when the array stops changing. For a given array A, determine whether it consists of only zeros at the end of the process. If yes, find the number of steps the process will take before it finishes. So it says that we will continue this process of shifting and then taking end until the array stops changing. And if at the end all the elements of the array become zero, then we have to tell what is the number of steps we have taken to reach that stage. So how we will solve this? That you will notice that what we are doing, we are taking the end of this one with the element at the two steps position right towards this element. That this one and this one are taken as end for this first element, because for the new array this one will be the first element, this one will be the second element, because we are shifting all elements towards their left with the two steps. So we can say that in the first array we are taking end of the first element with the third element, second element with the fourth element. So we are taking the end of the element with the d, because this 2 is d. So we are taking end of the element which is towards the right with with d steps. So what we have to do, that if the array becomes 0 at the end, so what are the conditions that array can become 0? Suppose we take the ds2, then in this question the end of this one will be taken by this, and then end of this 0 will be taken by this one. This one will, now this one takes end with this 0, this one will take end with this one, and this 0 will take end with this one. So the cycle is like that. And if we want to make some element 0, then we see here that 0 and 0 are zeros, and 1 and zeros are zeros. So to make the whole array consisting of only zeros, we want to make these ones as zeros, and to make these ones as zeros we have to take their end with 0. So if we take this ones end with this 0, so in the first step only we can make this one as 0. And you see, if this one becomes 0, then in the second step when you will again repeat the procedure, this one will take this one which is now converted to 0 in the first step. In the first step this one will become 0, and with this 0 in the first step this one will become 0. Okay, in this, in the first step, so you see that this one and this one are now also zeros, so we have four zeros. And we have seen that we have four zeros, and if you analyze more then you will find that these are the same position, just the cyclic shift difference is different in both the positions. So if you will write them in a cycle, then you will find that basically these two arrays are same, because we are just shifting and taking and here also we are just taking and, but with the two or dth element towards its right. So basically we can do this whole procedure in the same array instead of forming the new array again and again. And you will find that this 0 is making an element as 0 if it is previously 1 and is these steps towards its right. So this 0 become makes this 1 as 0, and this 0 makes this 1 as 0, because in cyclic shift this is 1 and this is second element. So in the first step we can make these two elements as 0, and then this, now when this one has become 0, it in the second step this one will make this element as 0, and this one will make this element as 0. So now after second step we have all the elements as zeros, because this and this one has converted in the first step, and this one has been converted in the second step. So what's happening, let me explain it clearly, that 0 can make this one in the first step as 0, and after that in second step this one that is now converted to 0 can make this one as 0 in the second step, and in the third step this one can make this element as 0, but this is already 0. So you don't have to go forward after this step because this is already 0. So in the first step, if we have any zeros after this 0, that would have been already converted to 0 in the previous steps. So like if you move like this, you just find a 0 and then continue moving till you find all the ones, because once you find another 0, like you have two zeros in the array, suppose you have two zeros more in this array, then if you move from this 0 to this one, then this one to this one, and now if you want to move from this 1 to 0, and then you think that you can move forward and make all more elements as 0, so you don't have to do that, because this 0 has already carried out that process, that when you were converting this one with this 0 as 0, at that time in the first step this 0 has already converted the next one which it can convert in the first step only. So you don't, because in the question you have to find that what are the minimum number of steps that the whole array stops changing. So if there is a one for forward of this 0 that has been already, that will already be converted by this 0 as 0. So we can directly do this question, like we will first iterate this whole array, we find a 0, and then we will move by d steps. If we find a 1, then we can convert that 1 in the first step, and then we will again add plus d, and then if we find 1, then we can convert that 1 in the second step, because in the first step this is converted, in the second step this is converted, and then in the third step if you find 0, then you will break that thing, because now the forward procedure will be carried out with by this 0. Okay, because this will do it faster in less steps than it can do. So we can break our loop for this 0, and we will then move forward. If we find 1, then we cannot do anything because this 1 will not convert any zeros. Now if you will come here 1, then you will find 1 again, then you will find here 0. So you will start a loop that first and this one and this second one, you can convert this one in the first step and this one in the second step, and then you again reach that position in the cyclic. So if you reach that position, then also our loop will break, and that will always break at 0, so our current element is also 0, so we can break our loop here. So the question is like that only, and you I can explain you my solution. So it says that first of all we take input n and d, that is number of elements, and what are the steps we have to take in every iteration. So then I have taken the input, and then I have formed the answer as variable. Now this outer loop will move element by element, and I will do that. If the element is 0, then I will continue, otherwise I will make a new variable that is d ahead of that 0, and I will continue the inner loop till that new 0, till I find ones, and I will convert them to 2. I am converting them to 2 because if I will convert them to 0, then when I will reach that element that is 0, and it will be forward of this location, so I do not want to iterate again with that 0. If you will not do it to and convert it to 0, then also it will not cause any problem, because that 0 and the all the elements that will come after this element with these steps forward, they will also be 0. So this loop will not move forward and will break at this point only, so only plus 1 iteration will be there in time complexity, so it will not cause any problem. And then I am taking answer with max as count and answer. When I'm taking max, suppose you have this 0 and it goes like 1 2, only 2 steps it goes, and suppose you have 1 0 which goes 3 steps, so our answer will be 3 because we have three ones with d distance and a 0 converting them, and it will take 3 steps, so maximum we will take 3 steps, so 3 will be our answers. That's why I am taking maximum. And then I am finding that if I find any element that is still 1, then I will print -1, because it says that we have to print our answer only when we have all the elements as zeros. And if we have all the elements as zeros, then I will print answer.